Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, aka the Big D of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Back again with the third week of my spooktacular October. Well, actually, I consider it the fourth week. Not the third, but whatever you want to call it. So, don't mind me calling it the third or fourth week. It wouldn't make a difference. But anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing a movie that I'm going to respectfully dedicate to my good friend Derek from Derek's Horror Corner. It's a review he's looking forward to seeing me do. So, here it is. This is my review of the 1993 sequel, Return of the Living Dead 3. Now, although I haven't seen the second one though, but if I happen to encounter it somewhere, I will certainly check it out and review it. I don't know when, but I will. But anyway, back to this movie. Now, though it bears the title of the other two movies, it's much more different than those two. Instead of being comedic and what have you, this focuses on more horror, plus sci-fi and romance. Now, the film focuses on this fellow named Kurt Reynolds. He steals his father's security card, and along with his girlfriend Julie, they explore the military base where his father works. And they observe Kurt's father along with some others they're overseeing an experiment with a deceased body, and is exposed to 2,4,5-trioxin gas, which reanimates the corpse into a zombie. But they are impossible to control, as their hunger for human brains causes them to constantly attack. So apparently, they soon get caught in the act and what have you, and I'm not going to give too much of the story on it. I'm going to try and get into my thoughts of this. Soon, Kurt rides off with Julie, but after they are speeding on the road, Julie is really becoming really hot on Kurt grabbing his crotch, which, man, I gotta tell you, Julie is definitely a hot one. Well, not just in human form, but I'll get to that later. Causes him to lose control of his cycle, and Julie's drawn off and hits the telephone pole, and the impact kills her. So Kurt brings her corpse to the military base and takes a big risk of accessing the trioxin gas to reanimate her. Thus, the fun really begins. Starts having weird feelings, takes her to the store as she gets power-crazed hunger. And the gang talk about her, and, well, he accidentally hits one of them, Kurt does. Shopkeeper gets involved, and Julie bites the shooter. And soon Julie is overcome with hunger for brains and attacks the shopkeeper. So apparently they are hiding from the gang in the sewers and encounter the Riverman, a vagrant who shelters them. But soon Julie discovers extreme pain seems to temporarily make the cravings go out of hand. So she mutilates her flesh with various items of junk, like spikes, nails, and shards of glass, sticking out of her flesh, making her look like one super sexy, badass zombie babe. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, they really get into a real big, now I'm going to say the ending to the movie is pretty intense when they finally take out the gang and what have you, and soon they managed to try and well, well, decided to get themselves cremated in the end, both Kurt and Julie. Yeah. And when he soon found out he was infected later on after this battle. And so they sacrificed themselves going to the incinerator, and this comes probably one of my favorite ones. Julie asks where they are, and Kurt says, where we belong. Yep. But like I said, I'm not going to say how much more that ending goes. I only said a little bit at the end, so just consider that a little bit of spoilers, okay? Now for what I think about this movie, I gotta say, this was much cool and real hot. Both cool and hot, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the cast includes Kent McCord, Colonel John Reynolds. I think that name sounds familiar. Oh, yes. Yeah, I was checking my sources. McCord was best known for playing Officer Reed on the original Adam 12 long ago. I think a lot of y'all remember that show. Let's see. J. Trevor Edmond as Kurt. That's Colonel Reynolds' son. And Melinda Clark, well, she's credited as Mindy Clark as Julie. Now, and I like the performances we got from some of these people, but I have to give credit to Mindy Clark. Because, like I said, she played one super sexy babe who becomes a real super sexy badass zombie babe. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, because I'm a ladies man here, and believe me, this is one movie I am actually love. Actually, I loved this movie when I watched it on Prime for the first time ever last week. I didn't know what to think of it, but after watching, since I've seen clips from it in some of people's recent Thrill Me Thursdays vids, like recently when we all did favorite badass chicks and what have you in horror movies. That's when I found out about Julie, and then I soon found out about this, so I watched it. Few other familiar names are in this. James T. Callahan, played by who played Walter Powell in the syndicated episodes of Charles in Charge, which of course just turned 35 earlier this month. I was going to do a TV log of that, but I canceled it. He plays Colonel Peck, and Sarah Douglas, best known for playing Ursa in the original Superman for a little bit and fully in Superman 2, played Lieutenant Colonel Sinclair. Anyway, I was very surprised to see her in that. Well, I will say that this was a great movie, I must say. As much as I like other zombie movies, like the ones I've mentioned in my recent Thrill Me Thursdays, like Resident Evil, the first Return of the Living Dead. Ooh. Oh, just about any of those other movies I mentioned, and of course Sugar Hill, which I will finally review this weekend. Oh yeah, and Zombieland, which I thank y'all for checking out my Zombieland double tap review. It's been doing pretty well, actually. Excuse me. And oh yeah, my top fave was Friday the 13th Part 6. Whew, glad I remembered. Took me time to remember. But anyway, I absolutely thought the story was pretty good for Return of the Living Dead 3. I liked some of the characters, Kurt, his dad was pretty good, and some of the others, but it was Julie I loved the most. Would I recommend this Return of the Living Dead sequel to y'all? Hell yeah, you need to see this movie. It may not be as comical as the first two, but that doesn't mean it's got some cool stuff in it. And especially, you'll love the hotness that Joey brings even before she becomes a zombie. So definitely give Return to Living Dead 3 a look into. Like I said, it is playing on Prime, like the first movie. So anyway, let me know what you thought about Return to Living Dead 3 in the comments section. Like and subscribe to my channel. And I want to thank y'all for watching. Join me next time when I do another back-to-back review. When I continue the Saw franchise with Saw 3 and Saw 4. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.